Hey, Motorman here with my tip of the week. Everybody's worried about dropping the bike. You don't want to drop your motorcycle, especially if you're at a bike meet and you're cruising through the parking lot and you drop your bike. I know everybody's going to come and help you. They'll help you pick up the bike, but inside they're saying, what a jerk, I'm glad that wasn't me. And the worst thing you want to do is drop the bike out in the middle of no place if you can't pick it up. What you have to do to keep from dropping that motorcycle is learn to use that friction zone. In fact, that's the key to all low-speed riding. So many people make a big thing out of this. When you let the clutch out, the bike starts to move, you're entering the friction zone. Once you release the clutch, you've left the friction zone. And on most Harley Davidsons, unless you've got a little 250 or so, you cannot maneuver the motorcycle at low speeds with the clutch fully engaged. It makes it much more difficult. You have to coordinate the clutch and the throttle and learn to use that friction zone. Easiest way to do that is to start with what's commonly called the slow race. You're going to walk alongside me with the camera. At the slow race, you should be able to ride the motorcycle at about 2 to 3 miles per hour without putting your feet down. Should look just like this. It's not brain surgery. And don't be afraid of that throttle. I see so many riders are scared to death of that throttle. They think it's an Iranian IED, and if they press it too hard, the bike's going to explode. That's not going to happen. Don't be afraid to use that throttle. RPMs on a bike like this should be about 1,500, 1,800, and it's going to look just like this. Now, I'm letting the clutch out. Everybody knows how to do this. If you let the clutch out and your bike stalls, you haven't figured that out yet. You need to work on that. So I'm going to feed some gas. I'm going to let the clutch out just a bit. Get my feet up. A little pressure on the rear brake will help steady the bike, but you don't need much at all when going straight. I'm going to turn around now, come back towards the camera. And there's 3 techniques, head and eyes. Wherever you look, that's where the motorcycle will go. A little pressure on the rear brake at low speeds helps you steady the motorcycle, but you've got to get this clutch and throttle coordination down. I've seen so many people that they start letting the clutch out, especially in this class. They don't feed any throttle, and of course when you do that, the motorcycle stalls. On my Ride Like a Pro video, I show you 5 different ways to learn how to use the friction zone. It is the most important thing if you don't want to drop your motorcycle and be embarrassed and have to pick up the bike in front of a bunch of people. If you practice all 5 of the techniques I show you how to learn to use that friction zone in my video, it shouldn't take more than an hour. In an hour's time, you could be 100% better and never worry about dropping that motorcycle again. Till next week, please work on that friction zone.